Good morning, everyone. My name is Han Nguyen, and this presentation is about sustainability in information system, the requirement and emerging technology. In this presentation, I will explore sustainability in information system in three integrated perspectives: ethical, strategic, and technological. The core idea is that sustainability in information system is no longer only about reducing environmental impact, but about designing, managing, and governing information system in a way that support long-term economic viability, social responsibility, and environmental stewardship simultaneously. I will begin by clarifying what sustainability mean in the context of information system, then examine the key stakeholder involved, uh, ou- outline strategic requirement organization must address, and finally discuss how emerging technology can support sustainable outcomes. I will conclude by identifying the gaps in current research and highlighting potential directions for dissertation level inquiry. This presentation has four objectives. Uh, the first one to explain the key argument of the article. The second one is to analyze the stakeholder landscape and requirement. And the third one is to explore emerging technology for sustainable information system. And the final one is to identify the research and dissertation opportunity. So let's talk about what is sustainability in information system. Um, Sustainability in information system is the integrating of environmental, social, and economic factors into information system design, management, and evaluation. Um, in this practice, this means that information systems should not be evaluated um, only on performance, cost, or speed. Instead, they should also be assessed based on their long-term environmental impact, their effect on employees, communities, society, and their ability to support the sustainable organizational value over time. From an information system perspective, sustainability influence decisions such as infrastructure selection, system architecture, data management, governance models, and life cycle planning. It encourages organizations to think beyond the short-term optimization to move forward to the system that remain resilient, ethical, and responsible at condition change. The main problem statement is that uh, the ICT make like about 2 to 3% of the global carbon dioxide emission. Uh, this is the same amount with the aviation industry. Um, the next one, we talk about the stakeholders landscape. So sustainability in information system involve a complex landscape of stakeholder, each with different interests, responsibility, and form of influence. And to and understanding this landscape is essential because sustainable outcomes depend on the alignment across the group rather than just um, isolated technical decision. So the first group is the rule maker, the watchdog, such as government regulator and non-governmental organization. These stakeholders shape the sustainability expectation through law, standard, and public accountability mechanism. Their influence often determine the minimum compliance requirement and reporting obligation. The second group is employees, consumer, and community. These stakeholders experience the direct social impact of information system, including working conditions, data privacy, accessibility, and community well-being. Their expectations increasingly influence organizational reputation and legitimacy. The third group is the investor and risk assessor. Uh, this group evaluates sustainability at a long-term financial risk and value creation. For them, sustainable information system reduce regulatory risk, reputation damage, and operational inefficiencies. The next group is the idea generator. This including the people from university or media. And the last group of stakeholder is the business partner and competitor. The next one, we talking about strategic requirement. So to implement the sustainability in information system, we require more than the technical upgrades. It demands a set of strategic organizational requirement that guide decision making and accountability. The requirement ensure that sustainability goals are translated into consistent and measurable action. And the requirements are leadership, strategy, organization, costing, evolution, reporting, and benchmarking. The next slide, the next thing we're talking about the emerging technology that can help to improve the sustainability in information system. These technology include cloud computing, it's more efficiency and scalable, and mobile communication, so people can work remotely. And the last one is social media. It's stakeholder transparency. They allow the organization to communicate sustainability efforts, receive feedback, and be held accountable by the public. However, the sustainability impact of the technology ultimately depend on human intent, governance, and also ethical use rather than technical capability alone. The next thing we talk about the critical insight and the gaps that despite the growing interest in sustainability within the information system research, there are several important limitations and gaps in the current literature. The major limitation is the lack of empirical evidence. Many studies focus on conceptual frameworks or normative recommendations, but they are relatively few large-scale empirical studies that measure the actual impact of the sustainable information system on environmental and organizational outcome. The next one is no maturity model for sustainability benchmarking. And the last one is it's just limited on SME, which means small and medium enterprise. And this is significant because the SME face the different resource constraint and adoption challenge, but they are not collected for the evaluation of the impact on the environmental and social economic impact. The next one we talk about dissertation potential. So for some people who would like to do to complete their dissertation, there are four main topics they can work on. The first one is to develop the information system sustainability maturity model. The second one is to measure the return on investment of the sustainable information system. The third one is to compare the small and medium enterprise with multinational corporation adoption. And the last one is to examine the AI in sustainable information system. uh, after everything, I think the key takeaway for this presentation is sustainable information system is the same with it need the strategic alignment and ethical vision. We need both to complete to make a complete sustainable information system. The leadership and metric to ensure the accountability. The emerging technology are the tool, but the human intent create the impact. So even we have everything, but if we don't have a human intent for sustainability, then the impact is like not that much. And finally, there is a quote for us to think about and to remember as a leader that technology serving the earth is the highest form of intelligence. My presentation, this is all about my presentation, and now I welcome all the question, and I will try my best to answer all the question. Once again, thank you very much.